What if I told you a playing card could end up inside a lemon? Here's how the illusion works. First, remove the lemon stem and carefully push a chopstick through the center. Roll a playing card into a tight tube, slide it into the hole, and place the stem back so everything looks in touch. Next, secretly position an identical card on top of the deck. Flip through the cards and ask your spectator to say stop, while pretending to shuffle. Separate the deck and switch in the hidden duplicate, making it appear as though they've selected that exact card. Return the card to the deck, spread all the cards over the lemon, and invite the spectator to cut it open themselves. When they discover the matching card hidden inside, the trick feels absolutely impossible.
Have you ever noticed that the best magic tricks don't fool your eyes? They fool your brain? Because if your eyes were really the problem, you would catch the secret immediately. So, why do millions of people still fall for tricks like this? The answer is far more fascinating than you might think. What makes this illusion so brilliant isn't the lemon, the cards, or even the magician's hands. It's a fact that your brain is constantly trying to predict what's about to happen. Instead of recording every tiny detail like a security camera, your brain builds shortcuts. Most of the time, those shortcuts are incredibly useful. Without them, everyday life would feel painfully slow because you would have to consciously process every single movement around you. But those same shortcuts also create blind spots. Psychologists often refer to this as selective attention. Your brain has limited processing power, so it focuses on what seems important while quietly ignoring everything else. During a magic trick, the magician carefully decides what your brain should consider important. While you're concentrating on the chosen card, you're paying almost no attention to the tiny actions happening somewhere else. That's why magicians often say they don't distract your eyes, they distract your mind. Think about it for a second. If someone suddenly asks you, "Is this your card?" your brain immediately starts checking the picture on the card. You're no longer analyzing where the card came from or whether anything suspicious happened 2 seconds earlier. Your attention has already been hijacked. It's surprisingly similar to how people lose their keys. You swear you look everywhere. 5 minutes later, they are sitting right on the table. Was it invisible? Of course not. Your brain simply filters them out because it was searching for a different expectation. Magic works by exploiting exactly the same mental shortcut. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest weapons every magician has: confidence. Imagine someone nervously tries to hide a cookie behind their back. You will probably become suspicious immediately, but if they smile, make eye contact, tell a joke, and continue talking naturally, your brain assumes nothing unusual is happening. Humans constantly judge confidence as a shortcut for honesty, even though those two things aren't always connected. Magicians understand this better than almost anyone. That's why many professionals can perform an incredibly difficult move while saying something completely ordinary like, "Could you hold out your hand?" The words themselves aren't important. They're simply keeping your brain busy while the real work happens elsewhere. And here's another funny thought. Imagine trying this trick on your grandmother. She doesn't care about perfect sleight of hand. The moment you reach towards the lemon, she'll probably say, "Wait, why are you touching the fruit so much?" Congratulations, the entire performance has collapsed because grandma ignored the script your brain was supposed to follow. That highlights an important lesson. Magic only works when the audience cooperates without realizing it. Every assumption they make becomes another tool the magician can use. There's also something called change blindness. One of the strangest quirks in human perception. When our attention shifts, surprisingly large changes can happen right in front of us without us noticing. Scientists have demonstrated this in experiments where people fail to notice an entirely different person, replacing the one they were talking to after a brief interruption. If our brains can miss something that dramatic, secretly switching a playing card suddenly doesn't seem to impossible anyone. So, how can you become harder to fool? The simplest solution is to slow your thinking down instead of focusing only on the object everyone wants you to watch. Occasionally ask yourself a different question. Why am I not paying attention to right now? You won't expose every magic trick, that's nearly impossible, but you'll become much better at spotting manipulation in everyday life, from misleading advertisements to online scams and even persuasive social media posts. In the end, this trick isn't really a lesson about cards hidden inside a lemon, it's a lesson about how remarkably efficient and surprisingly imperfect the human brain can be. Magic doesn't break the laws of physics, it simply takes advantage of the shortcuts evolution built into our minds. And honestly, I think that's even more amazing than the trick itself. If this changed the way you look at magic, let me know what illusion I should break down next.